if I look back in my life, in my career, it's amazing that I started my first job as an international secretary of the Dutch Student Union. And what I'm doing now, which is about 50 years later, is traveling all around the world, visiting universities, working with colleagues to defend the values of students, of universities. So I have not moved a bit. For 50 years I'm doing exactly the same thing. And I thought I was in movement, but I remain where I am. I'm still fighting for the same ideals, trying to cross borders, international cooperation, make the world a better place. And that's what I'm here to talk about. And I meet lots of friends here who have the same ideals. So that's a great experience. Yes, well, I'm now president of Magna Charta Observatory, which is a community of over 800 universities worldwide. And they all have signed the Magna Charta of universities, declaring the key values of a university. And we are now developing a tool calling Living Values to help universities to make explicit their values and the way they use their values in their work. And 10 universities worldwide, of which RUDN University is one, very welcome. It's great that you are part of it. These 10 universities are now piloting this new instrument. And our hope is that in the next couple of years, all universities who are our community members, so 800 worldwide, are using this tool to discuss their main values. A value like autonomy, a value like integrity, equity, but also values like international cooperation, international tolerance, multiculturalism. That is the kind of blood on which a university lives, in my view. And we try to promote that, and you are with us in this. Well, I had a very interesting discussion with the president yesterday, the rector of the university, and one of the values that he was mentioning over and over again is autonomy. How important it is for a university to be autonomous, make her own decisions, not be policed by the state, not be governed by business, but make your own university decisions, to have funding independence, to make your own money, to have your own budget decisions, to enable yourself to have your own strategies. So autonomy is really the number one value. And the second one is the international value of borderless cooperation. And to be able to do that, you must be tolerant. You must be able to identify with very different value sets. Cultures are different among countries, but also within countries. And the art of living with different values is the art that students in this university are learning. And that's a great example worldwide. Well, this Living Values instrument is in its pilot phase now, so we are discussing it now as a sort of a test. And by the end of next month, end of March, we have a meeting of all these 10 universities in Bologna, where is our seat as Magna Charta Observatory. And after that discussion, we move on to Salamanca in Spain, where we have a big conference, 30 years anniversary of Magna Charta. And there we will publicly announce this new tool with the support of those 10 universities, the RUDN and its colleagues. And hopefully many universities worldwide will then be following the example of these leading universities. Well, it would be my pleasure. I had a very interesting discussion yesterday with one of your vice rectors, who is a philosopher and whose field of research is partly overlapping with mine. And already in half an hour we found like 4 or 5 points of contacts. So it would be great to follow up. Yes, it would be a pleasure to return. No, you cannot predict the future, but you can work for it. And working for the future of our planet means that you have to not only side with those who are in your team and in your league. So I see lots of universities worldwide who only cooperate with the other very good universities who are well known worldwide. And what RUDN University is doing is really admirable. It works with its peers, but it also works with universities that are still upcoming, that are still developing, in nations that are still emerging, that are building their nations. And this, I think, is very important. If we want to contribute to world peace and a good world order as universities, we really should be working on two fields, two sports. Work with your peers, that your equals, but also work with others who have a different mission, who are in a different situation, and you have an admirable balance between these two goals. And I would wish that many universities would do exactly the same. So please, let's work towards the future. We cannot predict it, but if we neglect, if we don't do anything, we are guilty of a bad future. So what you're doing is taking responsibility, and that's good. Well, I'm a visitor to RUDN University these days, and I wish to congratulate all students of RUDN University for the choice they have made. You have come to a very good place, an international place, a place where cooperation across borders is trained, and I wish you a great future with the ideals and the competencies you have learned here. Good luck.